wondered how we got from banging rocks together to streaming billions of songs on our phones? Music is more than just sound. It's the soundtrack to human history. Let's take a whirlwind tour through tens of thousands of years of music. From ancient bone flutes to the beats that move us today, our story begins long before written history. Imagine early humans using their voices, clapping their hands, or striking stones to create rhythm. The oldest instrument ever found, a flute made from a bird's bone in Germany, dating back over 40,000 years. Music wasn't just for fun. It was for rituals, for storytelling, for connecting a tribe. Fast forward to ancient civilizations. In Mesopotamia around 2000 BCE, they were already writing down hymns and figuring out tuning systems. In Egypt, art from 1500 BCE shows us people playing harps, lutes, and flutes at parties and in temples. But it was the ancient Greeks who truly laid the groundwork for Western music. Thinkers like Pythagoras weren't just doing math. They discovered the mathematical relationships in musical notes, a foundation we still use. Their musical modes are the ancient ancestors of the scales we hear everywhere. Meanwhile, in China, the elegant seven-string guqin became a symbol of scholarship and refinement. Across the globe, music was the thread that wove together the spiritual and social fabric of life. After the fall of Rome, a new sound rose in Europe. Sacred music. The Gregorian chant, a single, flowing vocal line, became the official music of the Christian Church by the 9th century, but human creativity can't be contained.
Soon, composers like the visionary Hildegard von Bingen began weaving multiple vocal lines together,
creating a rich, complex texture called polyphony. Outside the church walls, traveling musicians called troubadours roamed France, singing epic tales of courtly love, usually with a lute in hand. Then came the Renaissance, a true explosion of art and culture from 1400 to 1600. Polyphony became even more intricate, with masters like Josquin des Prez crafting breathtakingly beautiful works, and a game-changing invention appeared: the printing press. Suddenly, sheet music could be mass-produced, spreading new ideas and styles faster than ever before. New instruments like the viol family and early keyboards became popular. This wasn't just a European phenomenon. In India, classical music was developing its incredibly complex raga system, while the Ottoman Empire created its own sophisticated court music, blending influences from Persia and the Arab world. The year 1600 kicks off the Baroque era, a period of drama, emotion, and dazzling ornamentation. This is when opera was born, thanks to pioneers like Claudio Monti, who fused music and theater into a powerful new art form. The era gave us giants like Johann Sebastian Bach, the master of the complex fugue, and George Friedrich Handel, famous for his grand oratorios. The harpsichord and the mighty pipe organ were the keyboard kings, and string ensembles began to resemble the orchestras we know today. Then, around 1750, the mood shifted. The classical period was all about clarity, balance, and elegance. This was the age of Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, a child prodigy who composed some of the most perfect symphonies, concertos, and operas ever written. It was also the era of Ludwig van Beethoven, a titan who would push music toward a new frontier. A new instrument, the fortepiano, allowed for a much wider range of softs and louds, adding a new layer of expression. Public concerts became more common, opening up the world of high art to more people than ever before. Next up, the Romantic era, from about 1820 to 1900. Forget balance and restraint. This period was all about passion, individuality, and telling stories through sound. Composers like Frederick Chopin wrote intensely emotional piano pieces. Richard Wagner created epic, supporting operas, and Pyotr Ilyich Tchaikovsky gave us unforgettable ballets and symphonies. The Industrial Revolution made instruments cheaper and better, putting a piano in many middle-class homes. Orchestras grew bigger and louder. At the same time, a sense of national pride led composers like Antonin Dvořák to weave folk melodies into their work, and across the Atlantic, a new sound was brewing. The spirituals and work songs of African Americans were laying the essential groundwork for what would become blues and jazz. The 20th century was a musical explosion. Old rules were thrown out the window. In New Orleans, jazz was born a vibrant mix of African rhythms, blues feeling, and European harmony. Riama Staronga, with his brilliant trumpet and gravelly voice, became its first global superstar. The invention of the radio and the record player changed everything, beaming new genres like country, blues, and swing music into homes across the world. Meanwhile, classical composers like Igor Stravinsky and Arnold Schoenberg were conducting wild experiments with rhythm and harmony, challenging what music could even be. Then, in the 1950s, a cultural earthquake hit: rock and roll. Fusing country, blues, and gospel, artists like Elvis Presley created a sound that was rebellious, energetic, and completely captivating for a new generation. From there, rock splintered into 1,000 different styles. The Beatles took pop music to new artistic heights with psychedelic sounds, while bands like the Ramones stripped it all down with the raw energy of punk. And another revolution was happening, this time with wires and circuits. Synthesizers and tape machines gave rise to electronic music, from the avant-garde experiments of Karl-Heinz Stockhausen to the robotic beats of Kraft. In the Bronx, New York, a new culture was born from 2 turntables and a microphone. Hip-hop. Pioneers like Grandmaster Flash created a whole new art form out of scratching records and rhythmic spoken word. And that brings us to today. The internet and digital technology have completely reshaped how we create, share, and listen to music. Streaming platforms put nearly every song ever recorded at our fingertips. Anyone with a laptop can be a producer. Global genres like K-pop, with superstars like BTS and Trap, with artists like Billie Eilish, dominate the charts worldwide, proving music is a truly global language. But tradition is still alive and well. Indigenous artists are reviving ancient sounds, and classical and jazz musicians continue to innovate. From Beyoncé's powerful statements on race and identity in Lemonade to massive global festivals, music continues to be a force that connects us, challenges us, and reflects who we are. From a bone flute to a global stream, the history of music is the history of us. It's a story of innovation, connection, and the endless human drive to create. What song defines your era? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. And if you enjoyed this journey through time, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more deep dives into the world around us. See you next time.